guys, it's the Everyday Vegan. As promised in the last video, I'm going to make vegan brownies today, so something sweet as a dessert would be quite nice, and I'll show you the ingredients. So here we are. The recipe is very straightforward. So we've got a bit of flour there, we've got chocolate chips, they're just sort of an addition that I made. There's no milk in those, of course, otherwise I wouldn't eat them. Vegetable oil, cocoa powder, vanilla extract, baking powder and unrefined sugar. This one's quite nice. It's sort of fair trade, I guess, you know, not made abusing any people anywhere in the world, which is always nice. And a few utensils there. I'm just gonna get measuring up and making sure that I've got all the right ingredients in the right measurements. So that's all the ingredients there. We've got 250 grams of white plain flour, 250 grams of sugar, and they recommend demerara sugar or whatever it's called, and we've got 65 grams of plain cocoa powder there, again, just something from Tesco's, and I'll mix those together in a dry format together with the baking powder at the moment, and some salt, and you can witness me doing that. So yeah, I'll just literally add it to a larger bowl. And make sure that your bowls that you use initially are quite dry, so you can actually don't have to necessarily wash them up. If you want to save some water, of course, and you just mix that together. And yeah, that's what happens to the cocoa powder, but that's quite normal. Get as much as you can in there for the nice chocolatey flavor. And then you just get a whisk, such as this. Yeah, and that's what it looks like at the moment. And you just literally give that a nice little stir there. Make sure nothing falls out of the bowl. Then it's asking for a teaspoon of baking powder, as such. Just because you're using it, you need something to rise, of course, if you don't have yeast or anything in there. And it's asking for a teaspoon of salt, which I just usually give it a few sort of squeezes of my trusted little salt maker. It's just salt acts as a flavor intensifier in this case. It's not really meant to sort of taste salty, I guess. But let me show you what the mixture now looks like. It's actually quite nice, and all you sort of have to do is make sure you sort of mix that all in for a bit, and then the liquid stuff gets added to it. So the recipe actually asks for about 500 milliliters of liquid, and it suggests to use 250 milliliters of oil, 250 milliliters of water, which I don't agree with because they get very gooey. So I'm going to use 125 milliliters of oil, and I'm going to make up the rest with water. And you just add that to the mixture as such. And the rest you make up with water. So we're looking at about 375 ml of water, which I'll do now. Yeah, there or thereabouts. And again, you just add that to the mixture. And then, let me show you the mixture at the moment. There we are. And then you just have to mix that into a homogeneous whole, and I'll let you know what that looks like. So as you can see, my efforts to make this into a really nice mixture have been successful. It looks really yummy, it smells really nice, and it tastes quite good as well, which I have tried already. All I've got left to do now is put it into a dish. And this is actually my girlfriend's dish, but she keeps forgetting it here, so I'm just going to hijack it yet again. There it is. It's one of those sort of, I guess, silicone dishes, which is really good for that. We're just going to put the mixture in there, and then we're going to take care of the beloved hotel chocolate chips in there, which we're going to make ourselves. So as promised, I'm just going to add that to the bowl, which is nice. We want to make sure we get everything out there, so just grab another spoon to make sure as much as possible goes into the actual brownies, and not into my tummy just now. Nom, 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 nom. So there we are, this is what it looks like. I've messed up a bit there on the side, but all we've got left to do now is to do the chocolate chips. As you can see here now, all I've done is I've sort of broken them up into little pieces. The light's not great in here, but you get the idea. And all I'm going to do now is sort of sprinkle them lightly over the brownies on the top there. Don't have to be too exact, to be honest. You know, some people get lucky with lots of chocolate chips, some people not so much. But I'm really happy with that. All I've got left to do now is put it in the oven. And there we are. The oven's preheated, so I'm just going to put that in there without burning myself. And that's going to be in there for about 20 minutes now. And I'll try and keep you updated halfway through. We're about 15 minutes into the cooking process, so let's have a look. It seems to look tremendous. Ow, that's hot. Ow, ow, ah. Oh, yeah. There it is back in for another 5 minutes, and I'm gonna go and cool my fingers now. So the time has come. It's been 20 minutes, and I've sort of switched the oven off a little bit early. But let's have a look at the result. I'm not gonna burn myself again, but it looks really nice. I don't know if you can see that just yet. Yeah. Well, I'll take it out of the oven, and then you will see. There we are. Nice, nice. Let me show you. And there we are. I love how it all split open. That's gonna close a little bit later when it cools down, but I'm just gonna give that some time now. I call that a success. You can see the little chocolate buttons have all melted, which is quite nice. And yeah, I'll see you next time in the next episode of the Everyday Vegan. I'll probably put a little bit at the end here, just when they're cut up and everything, maybe me munching away at one. I've also now got a Twitter feed, so please subscribe, and hello to all my new subscribers. Hi, thanks for subscribing, fun, wonderful. Please get in touch, comment on it, suggest your own recipes, or just get in touch for vegan information if you want. And yeah, thanks very much, bye. Are you ready to see? Because it's quite good. There they are, very yummy, and I will have this one right now. That's amazing. You gotta try this out. Bye.